Boom. Hey internet. Before we jump right into the interview, I just want to say this content here was done in collaboration with the good people at DCon. So DesignerCon is a premier event where the worlds of design, illustration, artwork, collectibles, fashion, footwear, all of that is put into the mix. Also, as this post dating, a lot of NFT action is starting to happen and bubble, so check them out. If you have a brand, it's a place to consider, but definitely check it out as an attendee so you guys can check the vibe. So with that, let's get into the video. I'm standing here with Persue, infamous, worldwide known Persue.
Thank you.
There's a couple different ways we could take this real short interview, but we can talk about BunnyKiitty, wet paint.
Right.
Let's back up a little bit.
Okay.
So Persue here was one of my first real bosses in the apparel industry.
I don't know if I was a real boss, but I was.
You're definitely my first art director.
I think I may have had something to do with getting your foot in the door.
Yes, definitely.
Which was great, man, because look what you've done. You've done so much.
Yeah.
You know?
It's been a journey. It's been a journey.
Yeah.
Having said that, it's been great to see you, bro.
Thank you.
You're an entity because I knew you before BunnyKiitty was a thing.
Right.
And then, so, just in case people aren't familiar, tell us about the origins of BunnyKiitty.
The origins of BunnyKiitty was, I guess, my attempt to build a brand that was outside of the usual expectations that I was, the lanes I was already in, like working in skateboarding for so long and what would become the whole streetwear aesthetic. But BunnyKiitty to me was sort of like I wanted to create something that was for families and for even a broader audience, and that would attract collectors of all ages.
Right, and let me preface before that. Huge career at that point in design, art direction. Right. Huge separate career as a worldwide known graffiti artist at that time. So he was up on walls from here to Germany, Japan.
To Bangladesh.
Yes, and then on the design side, I also want to make sure people know this. You were designing footwear as well, which is very technical part of the industry as well.
Yeah, I was. I did footwear for about 9 years. Most of my footwear, I think, was with the company Osiris. But prior to that, I was the founding artist for brands like 8Ball and Drawers and Dub and DC. So I was like, really early in with those guys. And I worked in that industry for about 25 years.
Yes.
Yeah.
So BunnyKiitty was starting a new lane. It's interesting to talk about it now, because with the growth of let's just talk about NFTs.
Yeah.
Everyone's trying to create a character or have something to build off of. The success of Hunters have had with Atom Bomb.
Sure.
And so
it's iconic.
Again, you're early in the game.
Yeah, I don't know if it's a good thing always being so early in the game, as I've learned in my life, but I'm still here. Yeah. And some may say that I'm still relevant. I still feel a little relevant. I think with BunnyKiitty, I feel that I've created something that can be timeless, or especially represent a certain period of our lives, right? Or at least mine. Right. And so but now with wet paint sort of taking on its own life as its own thing, as a brand, as an art brand, and collaborating with some of the most profound artists in the world and touring that whole thing and having fun still in fashion and graphic design.
100%.
That's part of my roots. I love that stuff.
And then tell us about wet paint. Where are we going with wet paint?
Wet paint, we're going to the metaverse and beyond, really. Yeah, so we've already gotten into the whole NFT lane with wet paint. BunnyKiitty's been there. She got her paws wet. We launched wet paint NFT probably during our Atlanta show. So we just had an opening at ABV Gallery, which is Greg Mike's gallery in Atlanta. Dope. It's an in-person event, and at the same time I dropped the first series of what will become the wet paint metaverse. So tell us, what socials do you want people to reach out to check out your work? Persue,
and I'll link them all below.
Yeah, Persue1. I've got BunnyKiitty Official. We are Wet Paint, and on Twitter I'm Persue1, all written out.
Dope.
Yeah.
Always good to catch up with this man. Very stoked to see what he's doing, what he's continuing to do. So click on any of those links below to follow his work, and we'll continue to follow work on the channel as well.
Peace, homies.